very end in that 1-on-2, shut it down before it even had an opportunity to get going. Gyros win the bonus round, and economy was played well for Bionics. They're going to be able to buy up into this round. Guns being passed around. For the Gyros, their economy is vulnerable. Bladestorm should be popped in a second here. And that was about a second. And looking like this B play early on. That's taking a ton of control in mid.
I love the amount of space that they can get. That being said, it hasn't really forced too much of a move out of these OS players. Instead, they just keep stuck in where they are. They continue to keep their positions, and so it's a good thing that this hit was actually called off. It's a good thing that the Euro rerouted into mid, because that's what Maz cleared.
Tony's in a nice one and done spot here. We'll see how quickly they clear it.
Oh, good clear.
Good movement from Maz. Baits the shot out, and then goes back in to finish up the kill.
Oh, please, you can't be ready for this. Such a close angle, but the headshot, quicker than the knives can ever kill. Pizza at least has that one back, but now they're in a 1v3, getting jumped on by Jex with the blast pack. A little bit too much of a commitment there, as now Teets goes ahead to the plant, but it's revealed by the Haunt, getting sprayed down through that wall. Still marked, still in such an awkward position, but really just wants a way to get down this spike.
10 seconds
the
left.
C's is ripped and ready to go. Now Teets is absolutely done.
Oh, yeah.
Liz
Not much
locks it
they
in.
can do there.
Yeah. Bionics will cover, win their buy round, and throw the economy of the Euros into some turmoil. Should be a good opportunity to build up a couple more rounds, get a much more solid base than they did on Bind. Hopefully make for a much easier offensive half, and maybe we get that map 3, get the subs out of here, and we get the 2 players who are serving map bans in.
Perhaps. That would be an interesting map 3.
That would be, and you just hope they're warmed up and ready to go for if it does happen. Got these warm hands right now. You don't want to throw the cold ones in and have them cost you the series.
Yeah. Looking to find a head, looking to find an opening. When the initial shot doesn't miss, they just back out of there. That's up towards mid, though. Had the dash procced and ready to go, but instead takes the fight and gets headshot down by Jax. Zaps as well with the frag onto Onslaught. And this round should just fall into place for Bionics.
Tried to work his way onto A. Gets shut down, and Sonny had a chance there. Teets cleans it up, and that's a rifle.
Oh,
Happy takes down Raiden.
That headshot, they just need one more, but instead, Blizz, that's a crucial frag. Now they can just play the time. Teets can TP up close, but this frag is not going to be easy. Especially with that orb being popped. Teets is instead looking over towards defender's side. They're going to grab a quick one, instant on the headshot, but Blizz has crept up for the trade. Bionics, I said that one should fall into place, but it teetered a little bit on the edge first.
It did get dicey.
That's hurtful for their eco.
Yeah, and there was a world where Teets does win that. He had the from the shadows, would have been able to get out of the B site and into A, potentially get that plant, and then you're looking at a real good shot at a round. But Blizz punishes, locks in that fourth round.
I've got your trail.
Seeker's going to be brought into play early. Zaps is going to invest his Hunter's Fury, gets the first tag. That's all she wrote.
Maz is quick up into the site. Jackson's going to jump on through, but Maz has such an advanced position that means it's an instant headshot. The show continues as players are out towards heaven, and Maz ducks in beneath. Blizz doesn't really want to push up forward on their own. Instead, just going to wait for that smoke to subside. But while that happens, so many of their teammates have gone down. It's just them and Rain to try to retake here at Heaven. You might as well make something of this tour de force. But right now, it's a 1-on-4. And realistically, Blizz just needs to hold on to this rifle. Perhaps get some exit frags. Because there's no way you're getting on to that spike to defuse it. Up close, the swap at the worst possible timing. Maz. Aggression paying off. Good frags there in that round. As the Euros, off the back of Maz, the star player, Mad Maz, double their round count up to 2.
The tour coming into this round, no force behind it. And the Euros rebound, get that second round on the board. And now Happy's going to have his shot at it and see if he's able to get a little more value with the gun. Gets 2 at least.
Oh. Oh! Okay, Blitz. Okay, Blizz. You're gonna, that's some good value right there.
Took down 2. Very fast round there. Ready to move on to the next. Try and stop this 2-round run from the Heroes.
Gonna try. Let's see if they can succeed. Rifles across the board. Zaps is the one different one from the pack with the Phantom.
More passiveness from the Bionics. They don't really fight for a ton of map control on both maps. They kind of just aggressed a little bit towards B-long extremity, but that was pretty much it.
Yeah. I think really some mid control could be crucial here, especially as these rounds sort of continue on and teams start to get a good read of what they're doing. Happy. This is some crucial mid control.
He's sneaking his way up. Jex is looking to check it, but turns away at the wrong moment. Happy will shut him down. Zaps with a big opener onto Maz, and then the round's starting to fall apart now.
Yeah, it's just a back and forth of frags, and now Blizz can come through. That's what that mid control gets you.
Standing ahead.
It's all on the Onslaught and Teats. Nightfall comes into play, and Onslaught's... Wow.
That was such a good play, just being able to spot him. Perhaps they'll get one back, but Rain Cloud can't find it. Had one real chance through the smoke. And then they're shut down. Teats grabs that one. And we tie up here. Omnipotent Sandwiches, Heroic Euros, making this attack side look pretty hot so far.
They're a dangerous team, and they're demonstrating it right now. Gonna face the eco from the Bionics, and they should be on to 5 and looking pretty solid.
Cover going out.
Great entry from Sunny.
He's been the top performer on this map so far.
Get out of my way!
Anytime that you can entry onto a chamber, that's huge.
Yeah, definitely. Trademark gone puts more pressure on mid. So that's what they've been having it every round. Much more good potential for lurks. Zaps is a very nice spot here. We'll see if Sunny thinks to clear it.
Oh, the burst stinger. Do they realize there's one up close? Yes, they turn for it perfectly. Zaps with a 2K, so annoying in the back lines, and it forces them to just immediately go into this site take. Good coverage from Happy, and that means that the spike can go down, and Zaps' ult isn't going to find too much on it. Happy's up close. Shock dart. They fight forward, and they win the fight out. Rain Cloud now left up to give this one a shot. Why not? You've only got a Sheriff. But really, they're just looking for some frags here. Onslaught up close on the jump up. Headshot down. Now they can upgrade to a Vandal. Maybe even think about saving it. Or just continue to go for more damage running. Sprinting through the smoke, but Teats is up on top of Jenny. Frags him down, and the Euros, they take a lead. First time in this map.
Yeah, Gyros on a 4-round run here and then looking very, very, very strong. Economy's perfect on the team. They should be good for the rest of the half. Bionics have it all to do right here to try and rattle off the last 3 and take a half win going into their attack half. Attack side.
Shadows traveling.
Mid smoke, some mid control, and there's the trademark to just get away. Sunny's not going to be allowed to find another opening here. Instead, they just want to play their life. In the
Jack saw
meanwhile,
that.
Happy just wants some map control, wants to try to get up close, and now wants to, again, survive. It makes sense. You want to keep your chamber alive. You want to look for openings, but never overextend it too much. And now that they're able to clear out so much of this mid control, they can just send one lurker maybe to look at it, and the rest of them over towards B main. Gonna get ready to just get straight into this site. Seekers popped out, and they're running in a smoke in their face, and they're probably just gonna commit through. As now it goes down, and now Blizz is forced all the way back into the site. That ultimate is gonna make them realize that there's a player in here. That's Raincloud, and that's a headshot. Denial from Maz. Takes them out as they break into this B site. Go ahead and get that spike down. It's a big retake, and there is a big flank. Player coming up through mid. Teets has so much here on this timing. Just goes ahead, finds that out, and finds the frag. Checks. Nothing they can do there as now Teets is such a thorn in their side. They've got to both break into the site and deal with the flanker, and that is a huge ask. Blizz can only get one before they go down. And Connor, well, the recon bolt finds him, and they've just got to retreat. Get on out of there before it's too late. One frag, and, well, that's all she wrote for this one. Yes, you can get kills, but you cannot win the round, my friend. OS, the Euros.
Watch
We
them
have
run
another
when lit
one.
by my sonar. That's
6
when
rounds
we
so far,
strike.
just on their attack.
Yeah, Teets with a big flank there, getting 2 off of it. Got spotted by the trademark, but was so quick off the destruction of it that Jax didn't have any time to react. And that pretty much tumbled around from there. Blocked in that 6th. Connor did a little bit of damage at the end, but the economy's so strong on the Euros. They're
Swallow
in
your
some
fear.
trouble here.
Looking for a mid fight. And it's just a smoke to block them off and a slow walk up. And again, a split can come through. They decide to commit A early. That's exactly where they want to split, though. With even just this little bit of information, the rotates immediately come through. That B has the entry, not ready for Raincloud in the side. Now they begin to sprint up into sight. They begin to try to find this one out, try to find that player in the back of sight. Instead, Zaps up front, who has a double. Now Con Artist can spring the trap, and now Maz can wonder where it all went wrong. Dropping smokes, wants to just retrieve the spike, but can't even do that yet. Just surrounded, so much utility flying into their face. They get one frag, but they're just stuck, committed to this corner. It's lit so much. But still alive to fight. Fight another day, but fight this round as well with an instant one-tap, Maz! That's insane, Maz! You can't be doing this into a 1v1 from the 1v3, but Raincloud finally, the frag that seemed so easy, they
Last
dump
round
all
before
of
the
their
switch.
util, and still Maz makes it close.
My jaw's on the floor. That was an insane opportunity. He had it in the palm of his hand, and unfortunately, the numbers did come into a factor. Able to lock it in the Raincloud. Saves that op. Gonna give it over to Blizz. So that is gonna be super important here. But all that and
You want to play? Let's play.
unable to come through with the round in the end.
Alright, a deep smoke in mid this time. Another creep up. Happy with some good positioning. Tour de Force ready to try to find someone. Smoke in the face of Zaps. Keeps him stuck, and a spam through it gets him a frag. That is Maz, the X factor. knocked out of the round. A crucial frag to find there for Zaps, just off of a good crosshair placement on the spam. Injects, makes it a two-man advantage. Finds the frag onto Happy, continues swinging mid, because why not look for another headshot? Once a third, but now Onslaught guns him down, and it's only Onslaught left up alive. A 1v4 to attempt. But when it's not Maz alive, you start wondering if anyone else could duplicate that Maz magic. Onslaught up close. Just walk past, gets him in the side, spins around, but Zap frags him down. 6-6 half. We go even here as the sides swap around, and it's all about whether Bionics can get things going on their attack as well as the Gyros were.
Right here.
Yeah, Onslaught trying to play some trigger discipline towards the end there. Had the right read on where Zaps was, but unable to convert it. That round could have been a really good opportunity for Onslaught to clutch if he was able to convert. But move into this fourth pistol. They've all gone in favor of the Bionics so far, and I've definitely just jinxed it, but we'll see if they're able to make it a perfect 4-for-4.
I think the pistol will be crucial here to win this map, given how the attacking side can be a little bit tough. Given the little bit of a streak that the Gyros were able to go on.
We have Fez.
It looks like we've got ourselves an error. And it means we're just gonna pretend, okay? Let's me and you. If you were to imagine how that pistol round was gonna play out.
So, Blizz has been on fire during them. So he obviously ace one taps everybody.
Okay,
No
okay,
questions
just
about
running straight through, pushing, holding W the whole way.
Balls,
Oh my god,
swinging.
this is insane from Blizz. How could you get an ace like that? Oh, so unfortunate that the camera feed cut out, so no one was able to see it.
No clips. Unfortunate.
It'll just remain a mystery.
We were talking about Maz's one taps a couple rounds ago. Now we're talking about Blizz's one taps. Man, this is insane. Yeah, no, I mean they say check the players' PCs. I think we need to check Firehawk's PC.
I think we need to we need to check the production PC. Unfortunate though, things can happen. We at least it was at the start of the second half and not like the start of the last round, you know?
Yeah, we got plenty of second half left to go. We'll be back.
Yeah,
hopefully
got plenty
soon.
of second half. We have second half left in the fridge.
All right, and we're back. Bionics going crazy. I don't think we had that Blizz ace, but huge contributions across the board. And it's going to be the buy round from the Euros.
Okay, nobody even has like perfect guns. We have Sunny pulling out the judge. We've got two Spectres on the side of the Bionics.
Blizz, super aggressive purchase into that Phantom. He's going to be broke if they drop this.
Spicy lineup here.
Raincloud one off of the Nightfall. That could come into play super early in this half and maybe be the the X
Revealing
factor
area.
for this 15th round. And it's
Deploying
only
it.
one towards the A
One.
site. It's just Sunny to receive the push. Maz rotating as fast as he can.
Yeah, I think that dart sort of was an indicator that perhaps they need to be rotating in.
Oh, Raincloud had,
Oh,
or Sunny had no idea what was going on. Happy
yeah.
does take down Jex. Out
Blizz
in
onto
mid.
Maz.
Bionics on the site. Got the
Spike
plant.
planted.
Disadvantaged guns, but got the man advantage and the stranglehold on site.
Oh, Raincloud's gonna be so scary with a judge here under heaven. So much to clear out, and Onslaught's gonna be the first one to clear.
Zaps is
for a
playing a
fight,
very
looking for
risky
someone.
spot in this smoke.
Oh, this clears
So much for
everything in
recon.
instant. Kaboom!
Teleport's ready.
Raincloud. One on headshot. Dumps a bucket straight onto him, but Happy at least can drop down and
player
find it.
standing.
Teeds up into the smoke, but inside of that smoke is Zaps to
enemy
greet them.
remaining.
Running out of it is Connor, and that's a
And Bliss is
4K.
low!
This could be an ace. This could be everything, because you're right. Bliss is so low, but Happy has to sprint towards it, and so Bliss is ready to deny the ace and deny the round. Bionics, they make it work with the Scrappy Bio, with the Spectres, everything. It all comes together, and they continue to be flawless here in half two.
Yeah, 5 in a row now, and it got dicey for a second. Blizz was low. I don't think there was enough time to defuse, but still would have been a very valiant effort from Happy to bring that back in the 1-on-3. And second time so far for the Euros this map, they've had 1-on-3s and they fall short the final hurdle.
Down.
Can't fault them for trying. A setup has been initiated. He's going to play this aggressive swing.
I don't know how you see that and South still survive, but they're counting their lucky stars, and well, this just seems like a well-coordinated A hit. Again, they're into the site. Again, they can plant the spike, and it's just pistols to attempt this retake, so
One down.
should be able to shut this one down. Jack's up here in heaven. Grabs
He's
three,
on for it.
almost onto an ace, but pulls out the paint shells at the worst time. It means that Zaps can have to clean up. Nothing too wrong with a 4K,
On
though.
my intel. Don't give them time to reposition.
Everyone's got Ethan Mikos, you know?
Yeah, I love the Mikos. That's honestly, if I would have Ecos for breakfast every day.
It's the only rounds I get kills, and you see me at the top of the board, and I have 15 kills. But how'd I get there? Ecos.
15 kills just from 5 Eco 3Ks.
I can't win a gunfight to save my life.
I love Ecos. It's great. Either that or when the enemy's full flashed. My favorite.
It's like the pizza of Valorant.
Exactly. So easy to eat. Everybody likes it. Maybe not the best as far as, you know, actually completing an objective goes, but delicious nonetheless. Right now, the objective is on B. Even though they're still making some noise towards A, the Seekers will discover exactly
Trap
what this
destroyed.
plan was, though.
You lose.
And Happy will discover where the lurker was in mid. Blizz knocked out of the round. Raincloud looking for an overextension, but you definitely don't want to face Happy's operator there in mid.
And they know Tony was close. They kind of sense that it's a 3-man stack towards this B site in the favor of the Bionics. See how aggressive Happy gets out in mid here with this op.
Oh, instant showstopper into the back of the site, but there's no one there to receive it. Instead, it's a player up towards market, and the showstopper goes wide. It misses, and now Zaps popping the Hunter's Fury, doesn't find anything. At least the spike can go down, but there's 4 players to retake. A good blind as they just sprint on up, and Onslaught has the first headshot. Jax has to go huge here, spotting the players towards Cat. Doesn't find it, and Connor can only get one.
Yeah, Onslaught barrel stuffing Zaps, shuts down really the only map control they had on the site, and then it was just how quickly was Gyros going to push on the site and close it out. They do in the end. Stop that run of 6 in a row for the Bionics. But Academy still looking good on both sides. Going to get another rifle round here.
I think the whole art of judging whatever people's fidgets are in the pre-round, as we just saw all the abilities being procced and unprocced, and right now the abilities are straight into Happy's face. They're just forced to rendezvous up on out of there into heaven. Not as in the afterlife, but as in up above this site to be the oversight. That Astro Wall is going to block him off. Teet's also going to be forced back, and the site is going to be open for business. Bionics, again, they get into this. Again, they get it planted on A, and again, it's going to be an attempted retake.
Well, Mouse is already in hell. Hasn't come into play yet, but how do you get down there so fast?
I have no idea. Sunny up close has 2, though. Tap onto the spike. Gonna just look for anyone that's forced to fight forwards. Instead, it sprays through the smokes, and it's Connor to get 1, Connor to get 2. Massive there as now Blizz comes alive, and it's only Happy. They're going to stick it for at least half, but get jiggled out by Blizz. And now they're just going to swap to that op. And really, yeah, in an unwinnable spot, just wants to run away. Escape with that operator. So many credits worth there to just hold on to. As... oh, that's contact. This is scary. You don't want to give this away. Just hide. Just play your life, and they've done that well. Happy maintains the weapon. A little bit of hope going forward for the heroic heroes, but they're running out of rounds.
Yeah. 2 they can give up, and should still have a little bit of a suspect buy here, but they can make a very solid effort to try and prevent 12, and they're going to do just that. Classic Judge going on to Sunny. He's been kind of going crazy with it so far this series. Ends up opting for a Spectre, but he's pretty nice with it so far. Onslaught investing the Hunter's Fury there and not going to get any value.
What is that position?
Wait.
What is that flick from Teets? Okay, Zaps. Able to turn things back around. The Bionics get back to reality.
And they're pushing into the stack. The only 2 remaining players, and they've guessed the right site.
Onslaught's gotten in. Onslaught's gotten a headshot. That's 1. Can they get much more? Yes, they can. Another one, and they spot the player down below. Just staying alive, playing their life, even looking up towards market. They're ready. They're cognizant of this play up close. Now Zaps has to make noise as they break it down. The issue is Onslaught is stuck with that bow in hand. Happy. Fires off and off, but now backs up. Gonna just sprint through the smoke and instant headshot onto Zaps. A 1v1 with Connor in the back of the site.
A gift.
They pop side, and Happy. They just peek on up forward and find the headshot. Happy. That is some crispy aim. Beautiful shots to keep heroic heroes in this one. Up to 8 rounds now.
Everyone sees that.
They only need a couple more to close this gap. And the Bionics, they haven't even secured OT yet, so they've got to stay diligent.
Yeah, they've still got a lot of work left to do. Zap's doing his best there. Had the 3K, but Happy with the 1v2 clutch. A little bit of a disjointed push on the B site there. Gave Onslaught 2 golden opportunities at untradeable kills. And evened up the numbers. And then from there, Happy took the rest. Sunny, I saw he's back on his signature weapon, and he in fact is. Prowler not going to notice positions, so this is still full of a ton of potential.
Yeah, so much potential, especially with Maz sort of there to possibly be first contact, but now Maz is going to back on out. And now as they start to come on up, Jax is going to just get him straight in the side. They're just running, looking to take over this A site as they've done so many times before. Spike can get planted here on Jenny. They set up to deny this retake entirely. Jax is up close on the fight. Happy trades it out. And now Happy's looking for an op kill. Looking for an overpeak. Someone to just give him a little jiggle. A little bit of shoulder, a little bit of something. But instead, nobody is going to even turn to face. Happy's so many angles to clear. Just swaps out instead to that headhunter and grabs a frag. Spins around. Another beautiful headshot from Happy. Players in the smoke. Why not? That's a 4th in the round. Give him the ace. We know they won it. But instead, Zaps denies it. And that's all she wrote.
It is over.
Bionics, they can't close out these post plants. A great retake again off the back of Happy, who's now up to 20 kills. And the heroic Gyros stay in it still. 9 rounds, almost to double digits, almost tying us back up.
Yeah, they're gonna force the Bionics onto a partial bye here. Just the one here rifle sheriffs for the rest of the team. They've got a golden opportunity to bring it to 1.
You want to play? Let's play.
Oh no, that's a big early shutdown. That's a big early shutdown.
No! Oh, such a scary situation, but if there's one player to bail them out who's been a little bit quiet so far, it would be Maz. Get revealed by that recon bolt. Back up and then peek back in for a headshot onto Connor. Wow, wow, wow. Maz has turned everything around in a flying shot on the...
Yeah, and then
When
Goomba
Happy
stomps
goes
Ring,
down.
closes out. What a these heroic hero players. They like the hero rounds. You know, putting the hero in heroic.
Exactly. When Happy goes down, Maz just knows they've got to step up and does so to perfection. Double digits now for the heroic heroes.
Where are
Bionicles
they?
maybe sweating a little bit. A game that seemed in the palm of their hands now starts to slip away as the Euros figure out their defensive side. Happy likes to take a new position each and every time. A new way to fight this. Over into A main. Just looking for somebody, but they're going to play it slow. They're going to wait, and now, off of that, they fight forwards. Happy, forced back, his angle being pre-fired, doesn't want to over-peek until just the right timing to get the frag.
And he's got this nice spot with the judge that the recon dart's not going to clear. So they're going to push on the site thinking that it's safe.
Yeah, and they just wait. They let the player Fargo pass so that they can get the one up close, but that may have been a mistake. They let Jex get past, and now Jex has a double. 3v2, another retake has to come in. Teets
Take flight.
all the way over in mid towards Cowok, just ducks down to avoid getting spotted out as Onslaught comes in towards Heaven. Tags up Blitz and finds him on the wall bang. That's a good first one. Teets can drop a smoke towards main, but there's no one there. Instead, it zaps into Tree, who gets it, and Onslaught has to clutch. Jump into sight, but they don't know that Jex is up close, and that's going to be map point for Bionics.
Match point.
Jex got into sight. They knew relatively where he was, but it didn't matter. He still cleans up 2 on the side take, then closes it out onto Onslaught. Cheats had a really nice chance at working his way through mid, but makes noise a little too early, and Zaps was able to punish on 27. He's been having a monster second map. He does not want to go down without a fight.
Interesting news here from Mecha saying well, Mecha says when, but if this goes to a map 3, Blizz will be the one actually getting subbed out, and right now it's looking likely that we get that map 3 because Zaps, who's been on fire this entire game, finds an opening, finds the first kill here. An advantage for the Bionics for them to take it all the way to map 3.
Raincloud's still a little far away from the Nightfall to probably have any impact this round, but you know, as close as you can get if there's that opportunity. Not a bad idea. Very passive setup from the heroes here. It's a lot investing that Hunter's Fury and no real information. Not going to get any value from it.
Yeah.
When
when your back's against the wall, sort of have to use it. Happy. This is a good sort of reposition, but again, they keep getting find out. The util is always good to clear these close angles, but now Happy is out on the far one. To the back of the site.
30
Even
seconds
has a
left.
player spotted forwards, but misses the shot. Uncharacteristic miss, and Jax is going to be the one to punish. Now the site is theirs, and the Bionics just need 2 more frags to close this one out.
Last player
Onslaught up
standing.
close. Jax has another, and just Maz. We've seen some Maz magic, but this would be unexplainable. Second one on the headshot now, continuing to run up forward. Ready to use that dash, and decides to go in towards Market. Has 3 more players to find. 1 up close. Has to spin down the door. Position is given away. Smoke in front. The headshot was well placed, but they just can't pull the trigger in time. Shut down, and we go to map 3 as Bionics. They bounce back 13-10 here on Ascent, and that means that Icebox is up for our final decider.
Yeah, and the return of Tadros. It'll be interesting to see how he's able to impact the team, sway the momentum, maybe.
Perhaps. We'll see how these changes all come into play. We'll see exactly who will be able to win this one, as it's been so back and forth. I was a little bit worried after a bit of an off defensive side for the Bionics, but that attack was great.
Yeah, really. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Set, go.
All right, and we are back, and on to best of now one, going to Icebox. It's getting a little cold, and the return of Tadros, big storyline going into this map. On top of the finale of the best of 3, Fluffy, what kind of impact do you think the IGL of Bionics will bring to the team here tonight?
I'm going to be honest, their attacking side on that last map, it was good, it was coordinated, but it was very simple. And I think now they might be able to get a little bit more complex, especially with a map like Icebox. Not entirely sure, though. I know Icebox can also just be a very simple run execs over and over simulator. Nothing wrong with that, though. Keep things nice and textbook here. Tadros, I believe, was stepping in for Blizz, who was playing Chamber in that last map. So I'm not sure if Tadros will be the one to jump on to be that impactful sort of Chamber player here on this one on Icebox.
I would think not, from what I know. I think Tadros is their one of their initiator players to pair up with Tony, or Zaps. So it might be Rain Cloud stepping into that role for the map here tonight. He did play Sage over on Bind, and so maybe just return to his role.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I believe it's just a moment before this game starts. The players need to, of course, attend to their own bodies and their own lives right now, as we've just had 2 crazy close games, and they're all now getting ready to reset into Icebox of Map 3. How much do you think the mental game of the Heroic Gyros was affected by a game that they definitely seem to be in a good spot of after that first half, just slipping away from them?
I mean, I think the Euros just want to play some more Valorant. They're a very good team. I mean, they definitely showed it in spurts towards the end. It was kind of too little, too late in most of the rounds. They could just kind of return to their bind form. It should be no problem for OS.
Oh, it's all about just returning to form. They're going to try to put in as much work as possible to get back to said form. We're just going to hope to get back to said action, but take it a little bit. Players be players, you know?
It's not a VDC stream without player delays.
Just a little bit of a delay, but I'd rather they be comfortable. They have everything that they need taken care of to give us the best matches possible. You know, we can just sit here and talk and fill forever and forever until we finally get our gameplay out.
Yes, we can, because I remember what I was going to ask you. So you mentioned during the pre-round jitters. What's your pre-round routine that you got to do before the round begins?
Okay, so if I'm playing Sova, I just like to toggle the bounces. That is my favorite one.
Classic. If you're not playing like anyone else you play.
You take the knife out, you spam that inspect,
Okay.
swing it around a little bit. Sometimes I'll hit the wall. If there's any sand to shoot on bind, that's an important ritual.
Not wrong there. Personally, like you said, the knife inspect, and then any opportunity I can to use my graffiti. I'm doing that all
That's
day
fair,
long.
that's fair.
The Ducky Brim spray is S tier, and I need to see it as often as possible.
Yeah, I would definitely, one good thing for me is the fact that I don't really buy skins, because I would be inspecting those and dying because of it.
It comes back to bite you more often than you like. But, in CS, I mean, you karambits and
That's true.
not as cool effects, but...
I have spent money on skins in other games, most definitely. Shout out to Team Fortress 2. Gotta love those unusual hats. Spent a little bit too much as now, well, we get to jump into this one, and it looks like we're gonna have Connor actually the one to jump onto that chamber. Well, Happy, of course, maintaining it on the other side. Maz is on the Reyna, so that Teets gets to pick up the Jet. Zap sticking with that Sova. Jack's actually onto a KO. Raincloud onto Sage, as you mentioned before, and Tadros is going to be the one on Viper. Of course, the Vipers have got to come out here for Icebox. Just makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously one of her 2 best maps, that and Breeze. So to not have her on this map would be a little bit of a shock. Very aggressive comp for OS here tonight.
Yeah.
Got the double duelist.
Double D's.
Sir. Whacking that Sage, though, that wall really comes into handy on this map. So.
Though maybe you don't need a wall if you just kill everyone.
It's true. And Teets was having himself a field day on Ascent, so maybe he's warmed and ready to step into that aggressive role.
See exactly what happens is right now they're primed for a mid take, and Bionics are primed to just give up mid in its entirety. Sunny, ready to just go ahead and drop that Poison Cloud. Tadros on the jump spot. Bunny hops away. Just wants to play their life as now they're coming up to split into B, and because they left mid open, it means that Sunny can find him in the side. The opening frag goes the way
Spike
of
planted.
the Euros, and they get that spike down. Now just looking to fall back, play the post plants, reset, while the long range fights are exactly what the Bionics want. Connor creeping up forward, but doesn't find anyone, and now they begin to get their running shoes on. Sprinting up, trying to surround this, and Happy has running shoes of their own on. Looking for this flank, looking to wrap around the world and find him in the back, but misses. Unfortunate miss there on the classic. The stick's coming through, but they can see the leg. Can they get the frag? They find their teammate, and oh, the frag just in time thanks to that snake bite. Scary that they stuck it, but every single fight went the way of the heroic Euros as they win that first round.
Yeah, again, they're continuing with this very passive defensive setup, and OS abused it, just running through mid, all gas, no break. Tadros thought he had the safety to drop back, got punished for it. The round was pretty much lost after that point. And that's the first pistol round going in favor of the Euros, coming in on that final map.
Teats. I like this aggressive play, just getting up in their face, spots out where Jext is. And that's the one player alone on this site. They are actually intending to go the other way. A little bit risky because Zaps and Raincloud have got a classic kill apiece. Connor in the back, able to even upgrade to a rifle. It leaves Maz and Teats to clutch this one out. And that's exactly what they're doing. Only Jackson alive. Spots out Teats, but not going to be able to win up against that Stinger. Spectre, excuse me.
Yeah.
Wrong SMG. I like how the SMGs start with S. It's like someone put thought into this game.
Can Connor getting a little frisky with it, I guess you could say. Dropping in from Boiler behind two players, and instead of just, left click spamming each one of them down, he tries to right click both of them, and unfortunately takes too long, and I think a couple kills went off the back of it, so just unfortunate. Tadros jump spotting yet again. Gets that early information. He's going to drop back, and he's going to be safe this time. He's not going to be under any pressure. It looks like Happy not buying up in this round. Wants to get off as soon as possible.
That knife gonna suppress 3 of them. Gets a lot of good information, so the rotates can come over. I'd be a little bit worried about the over rotate because there's still a player here in mid looking for something. But you might as well rotate on a round like this. Hydros in the bottom of the site, they're all looking for a fight, but now mid is being taken. Happy's info that they've gotten means that the Euros can reroute. As they begin to creep up, they're just trying to figure this out, trying to see exactly where Bionics are stacked, and if they play their cards right, they'll discover that it's over towards B. Happy has the first frag, and Zaps with a wild spray can only get one before they're traded out. A 3v3 as Maz. Oh, perfect invulnerability to spot out Tadros, but they run right into the crosshair of Connor.
30
it's
seconds
a little bit
left.
risky.
Happy has just been everywhere. He was up 2, now he's down on B site.
Standing.
Oh, but now
Sonny
he
gonna
has to
get caught
clutch.
off.
Classic 5 HP, not much they can do up against Jex, who grabs themselves a 3K. Good work there on that one. Gonna go ahead and get the dub. First round on the board for the Bionics, as now a buy back in comes through for the Euros, and the gun rounds continue.
Yeah. Happy was flying in his team to win around him, not buying up into a gun that round. Hoping to get it up in this 4th round here, but unable to do so because of the loss. Just gonna settle for a Vandal.
Alright. Here they go. Round up into A. The rotates come through as all the util lands down. Connor from up above. They're able to shoot out that flash. Spot so many players up here on this attack. So many are just getting stonewalled, completely blocked by that Viper wall. And as it goes down, there's a Sage one that's also up in their face to block them off. Maz is the closest one up to look for a fight, and Happy's actually the one to get the opening. This lurker finds the pick on the B. That's actually the spike starting to rotate. Maz still being a thorn in their side over here on A. Great damage. They just have to stay alive. They just have to wait because now Bionics realize they've been duped. Spike is going over towards B, and Happy is here. The cutoff rotates.
Connor's expecting him to come from above, but Happy's placed himself underneath. And I don't know if they're going to expect this.
Yeah, no way Connor can clear out this deep of an angle.
I mean, this is going to be the round decider right here. And they're not even attempting to clear it. Happy just can play trigger discipline. He might have a knife. Nope.
Oh, just does well to get the kill, get the frag, fall off. Now they're going to get fragged out, but they've stalled them so long. They were looking around for Happy, but now they've got to be looking around for the spike and the two players up close. Connor, Jax, the two of them are going to run in and get shut down. Onslaught doubles up onto him in the Bionics. That's 2 rounds now. Or excuse me, the Gyros win that one out. I don't know why I called it the wrong way. The Gyros grabbing that one. Making it look pretty easy off the back of just great control from Happy on the lurk, and the fact that they were so willing to just give up the exec.
Yeah, Happy has just been. You might have mentioned. I'm blanking. He's been having some masterful lurks so far this map. It's really thrown a wrench in what Bionics want to do. Happy playing super passive, waiting for this one.
Ooh. Good opening, but a good trade.
Yeah, it's a really good equalizer.
No chance.
Been a force.
My ult is ready.
It's dropped, and now it's very weak sight.
Yeah,
Rain Cloud is a good spot.
Oh, just a dink.
Spike planted.
Not enough to finish that one off. Connor up close, looking for Maz. Comes on through, gets fragged down, but not before they take out Jax. And now Connor just wants some damage, but instead eating up that damage. An Onslaught with the finish. Heroic Heroes deal with that one pretty well. And now it's again back to the guns.
Good post-plant utility makes it pretty much impossible to even attempt any economic damage, which their Econ's kind of still in a vulnerable enough state where a couple kills would have made it shaky buys, maybe down the line. Yeah, buy coming back in from Bionics. And again, this passive mid-hold, and Gyros have been abusing it so far.
Yeah, the lurks through mid sort of just winning rounds on their own. This time it's Teach who's going to be the one to go for that. Onslaught just wants to apply some pressure here towards A.
I have the spike.
Spike's at their feet, but they can just walk it all the way around because Teats has gotten the frag in mid. Jax is looking for him, but that means that their teammate is sort of stuck all the way out towards yellow on their own. As his attackers start to group up. A good frag from Jax, but Maz has lurked all the way up mid, and Tadros has been tagged and position revealed. Maz actually decides not to fight anymore on that one. An interesting decision and an interesting push forward. Tadros, the new addition in this best of 3, getting a little bit spicy with it and getting traded out.
Ahead.
The back and forth, I love the way these rotations are pushed and pulled. I was about to say I love that the Bionics are still keeping one on A, but really it's just Connor who's nearby. No one actually on that bomb site. And so they can go ahead and get in, and they can't get the spike down.
30
The
seconds
wall
left.
going up will reveal exactly what's going on. And Connor's just going to post. Look for an overextension. No one wants to peek into that. Now the spike can go down. And they'll attempt the retake.
They'll come in invested. It's going to be a fast retake.
Oh, Maz. Good shutdown on the Jax. Wants to deny him. They can try to bring him back up, though that's the benefit of that null command as the wall's being spammed down and the ult comes through Onslaught. That Hunter's Fury is great to kill that rezzing player. It's all onto Jax. Location revealed, a player wrapping around the side, a great headshot, but they are not aware of that flank. Maz, ring around the Rosie and around for the Euros. 5-1 now. They continue a dangerous attacking side.
Yeah, it's been incredibly potent. There was a round where that round goes in a world where that round goes in favor of the Bionics. Get that res off on Jex, bring him back into play. Raincloud has his own res, put it into a 3-on-2, but the Hunter's Fury coming into play and saving the round. Now Jack's going to be back on that Hero Guardian. Saw some magic, worked with it on Vine. We'll see if he's able to replicate that here.
Little bit of contact Teats. Aggressive as they have been in mid before. Running it forward, but Connor, this is some mid control. This is what we've been asking for. A little something new out of Bionics to grab that frag. And still holding a very powerful line with their tour de force. Happy, in the meanwhile, has gotten up close, and it's just about whether they can retrieve this spike. A smoke, a flash, anything to get to it, or perhaps just a jiggle onslaught. Whoop! Scoops it up and dips on out of there.
Right here.
Now they can run on A and plant this down, but a 5v4 is where the retake will be, so it's just about what positions all of these various attackers get into. Whether they can just use a lurk, use an awkward corner to win back the advantage in this round. Well, Happy's going to want to do it, and Happy's got the double. 3v3 now as they come into it. Gyros up top, trying to spam anything down through the wall, trying to look for any kind of contact, but instead just going to get their position revealed and going to have their teammates all dropped one by one. Annoying up close with the knife out, and Happy's going to be the one to close it. A knife kill as Heroic Gyros are feeling themselves in map 3 of the Premier semifinals.
Yeah, the Euros are off to a blazing pace right now. Happy just continuing these lurks through mid, this time going up into A site, and Bionics had zero idea. They had no one towards the site. They were just gambling mid, and it did not pay off.
Yeah, I like mid control, but you can't give up another part of the map to get it.
Yeah, like even playing passive, they could have had someone's at least getting some information, and they just had none at all. And it really bit them in the butt there.
Maz and Happy again, leading the scoreboard. This time it's Jax up on top for the Bionics, though Bionics really haven't been able to get anything started here. They're hoping that with a timeout like this, perhaps they will be. Perhaps they can reset their mental here on this one. As the timeout begins to run out, they can purchase these rifles, everything that they would need. But they're, of course, going up against a Euros side that has everything that they need as well.
Yeah, you could have seen Connor go into that glass cannon off. Would have been a very risky purchase, but you know, may have been something that the Euros weren't expecting, and could be that X factor that wins them the round.
Teats has... Okay, knives out. This makes sense why. I was like, why the heck would they have the stinger? It's because they also wanted to use knives, and now they just want to be a little bit more crazy, a little bit more aggressive with this one, as they're just sprinting it up towards A. This is a much more traditional attack, except again they have a lurker, and again the lurker is happy to grab a frag, and now they have to worry about B. Both sides to worry about, Teats to run up close, but it's just info. It's just info that there's still 2 players here stuck on the A site, and that we can just run straight into B right now. Just long range to deal with. If they can get a smoke down, they could cross that, but instead they fight it, and it allows Jax to get a frag. Now Onslaught. The one to get across, the one to get up close here towards the defender's side. The hero player close. There's no way that you're ready for that, so Onslaught can double up. Now Maz can find one in the side, and it's only Jax left alive. The dismiss is perfect to just stay alive, continue to pester this last player as Jax. All of the hope rests on them, but they fall. Heroic Euros, they continue. That's 4 rounds in a row now, 7-1. The Bionics, besides that one first gun round that they were able to win out, they've gotten nothing so far in map 3.
5 in a row, and again, the Happy lurk He's been happy to do it all game. Takes down Chadros, shuts down the Viper's pit, and then Onslaught takes the lurk from there and sneaks his way up into Snowman. And with a 4v2, that's a must-win round for the Bionics, and they drop it. Gyros are coasting to this grand final right now. Happy takes Jex's head and clean off. Zaps does respond, getting a kill towards that belt position, evening up the odds, but the guns are not in their favor, and it's still going to be a tough round here.
Yeah. It's going to be a tough one, but at least they've rotated into the right spot. And this time it doesn't look like Happy's going to be able to just find another solo kill that opens up B.
Tadros is playing very reserved. Danger position, dropping back towards Snowman now.
Oh, this is another lurk. This is so much space. They get a frag, they force the rotates, and they just open so much space up for Happy to walk all the way. Tadros is at least holding for this. They haven't been fragging the best in this series. They look away, but look back just in time. A great little flick over, a great little find. And Bionics, they could win out a round. They really have no business in, because Tadros, the IGL, the player who came straight back in for one of those two subs, has found a 2K, and Raincloud has sheriffed another one. Good bullet and a good final headshot from Tadros. Just positioning, timing, gonna work out for him.
Hits him with the question mark at the end too. Not sure what Sonny was looking at there. Long we have awaited, Tadros is activated, gets the triple kill.
Yeah, I was going to point out that they were sort of on the bottom of the scoreboard struggling a little bit. Possibly they came in kind of cold to this map 3. But they've shown that they've got some fire in them in that round.
It was that warm-up round for them that
Let's
kind of catapult this Bionics team that's felt kind of stale so far. Catapult them towards a stronger defensive half than they're giving up right now.
It's head shown up above, and Jax is going to punish it. That's one and done. The wall
That's
goes
res,
up,
they
so
gotta
can
go quick,
ahead
though.
and try to res, but a spam through the wall means that this res should be denied, and Raincloud can't even trade a frag back. The res and the wall both burn for basically nothing as Sunny comes in on a flank. Oh, the Hunter's Fury onto the planner. So much damage, but not a frag connecting. 3v4, they've got to break back into this site. And with Viper's Pit going up, this is not going to be easy.
Again, these masterful lurks are just... The Bionics aren't able to get a strong hold on any site. Zaps takes down Maz, and it's a 3-on-3, but Viper's Pit's still up.
That spam is crucial.
that's
that
huge.
drops the pit. That drops the pit, and now Tadros can get another headshot. It's a 2v1, and it's Happy to try to clutch. They're spamming onto this spike, but they've got to look to the left. The defuse is coming into the left, and they're spamming the middle. Happy not going to find that one. Frags in the end, but it's consolation frags as another round goes the way of the Bionics, and they start to get things going back in their favor. It's the end of the half, but they can still build up hope.
Yeah, they've still got some life left in them. It's not too late. They can get these last two rounds. They're in for a good second half if they're able to take the pistol, which has been the trend so far this series. So it's definitely not out of the question. Connor within a very aggressive position, but Teet's aggressing just as much, and he doesn't clear it.
What? How does he
Tadros
find
equalizes.
that one? Okay, at least Tadros brings us back to something that seems realistic, though. Maz continues the trade wars.
Maz on the crab walk gets, and he takes the numbers back in their favor.
And they have to be so worried about lurks. You see them clearing out all these kitchens areas. But Raincloud's not going to find anyone. Happy's still lurking in towards mid, though. Makes this a real scary one. Oh, no one's going to be ready for this. The question is, are these attackers ready for Jax to be up so close? Yes, Onslaught is. Frags him down, and now Happy can even come into play, and Maz, of course, has a headshot of their own. The Euros off of some great mid control and some great trading over towards B. get themselves an 8th round.
Yeah, and the economy of Bionics is in shambles. They were winning rounds. They were close rounds, one, maybe two left alive. Connor's going to be relegated to a frenzy in this final round here to try and get that 4th round on the board.
Mid-control this time for an A end. That is the goal of the Gyros, as the Bionics' goal is just to try to post one more round. Teets is spotted out, looking for another aggressive play. Not going to be able to find an info for Tadros over on B. Hunter's Fury, not going to find anything for Onslaught. They still want to go into A. They still want to do this, but right now, Tadros, another overextension. That is the 3rd time that Happy has won the head-to-head over here in B main. And still an op in hand, still one more player to find. They're going to look for it. The issue is the rotate is really, really fast here. Flash up above, but Happy is quicker than it. A great frag, and Maz with the one onto Connor. Only the A rotators left up alive.
Last player
That
standing.
Dart might get some info, but it doesn't matter when Maz has the headshot. Only Rain Cloud left up, and Rain Cloud in a real rough spot. The attempt, the knife coming through, only a classic out. They shut him down. They're gonna force at least some respect. You at least have to respect the name Rain Cloud. You cannot just go for a knife onto him. Reload on the rifle, spike down. I mean, you might as well go for the retake in a spot like this, but Teets is pushed up close and Teets is denied. 9-3 on the half. Heroic Gyros. A great attack.
Yeah. Happy cracking every site open with those just masterful lurks.
Yeah.
They
It's
stall
not an
towards whatever
entry, they're
site.
just chilling.
Yeah. They're letting the game come to them, and Bionics were giving it to them hook, line, and sinker every round. They're in some serious trouble. This is, for them, probably a must-win pistol. The first must-win pistol, like real must-win pistol for them.
Alright. I have no clue what the plan of attack is for the Bionics here. I would
Got this default-
assume that the Gyros have a little bit more of a defensive plan. They're not going to give up mid as much. They're not going to make the same mistakes as Bionics did. But, oh, this is a mistake here. Happy isn't
Spike
cleared.
down, B.
Somehow lurking even on that defensive side, getting the opening and snapping away. Onslaught, the next point of contact here at yellow, spots the players up above, has Happy now up close to help him deal with it, but Tagros has gotten Teets down, and Jax has gotten up close. Those are some good frags, those are some good entries as they now look to make their way into B.
Yeah, they have to be paranoid of this mid lurk now. All mid control is gone, but Tadros is regrouped with the team towards B site. It's going to be a 4-man hit.
Oh, a 4-man hit, and you only need one bullet to hit a shot like that. Connor on to Happy, takes out their fellow chamber, and now they just walk away. The rotates were coming in, but this has been called.
And they're faking the fake.
Oh, they can't
faking the
decide
fake,
which
the
way
fake.
they want to go. Yeah, they're faking themselves out in this one, and now, if they end up walking into A, they could be walking
Connor's
to
gotta
their
be-
doom. It depends.
Connor's got to
whether
be
the
calling
Gyros
something
are
clear here in a second.
Okay, it's good that they've waited so long because it forced the Gyros to sort of respect it and to rotate 1-1. A frag means that Sunny's gonna turn away, and when they turn back, Zaps is there to kill him. Bionics, a must-win pistol round. Try to equalize things here on Icebox. Map 3, whoever wins this is making it into those finals to play against twice.
Bionics almost overthought that one so much that they were in trouble. In the end, they were able to make it work. Connor doing his best Happy impression, getting that lurk kill on Maz and Spawn towards the end there. And got an opportunity here.
We will hurt them.
Can't drop it now. Oh. Maz is trying for something cheeky here.
little bit cheeky, but presence have been suppressed. Nothing wrong with a little bit of shorty action, and nothing wrong with a clean headshot. Crispy from Connor as they continue to work forward.
Right here.
Mid stack coming out from
Right here.
the Gyros, but it's been circumvented by just this straight up B
Right
hit.
here. Right here.
Bionics just running it straight in, getting that spike down. Onslaught though jumps up above, wants to deny the plant, but Connor again on the coverage, and this should be a 5th round.
They do have this recovered Spectre, and Teet's on the flank. It's not an impossible round.
Not impossible, but the flank amounts to nothing. The spray amounts to nothing. And Happy just has to reset and head shot out of there. 5 on the board now for Bionics.
And the
And
Spectre recovered.
They've got the pistol and they've got the conversion here. The thing is, all these Spectres up against rifles, they're really going to want to win this round, but it ain't going to be easy.
No, they're going to have to work for it, and we'll see what they're able to do. Got the perfect start to the half so far. I mean, this will just be the cherry on top for their perfect half. They're able to keep the momentum.
Well, we'll see if they get that cherry on top. They're now just waiting again for B main contact. Leaving a lurker all the way back towards spawn and one all the way towards A just to find some information.
This
Oh,
punished
T-Star
last
into
round. Now they did the same similar setup during the bonus or the pistol after the pistol round, and it was punished. That was where the Spectre was dropped back in T spawn. So he's going to be expecting something like that. That's why he's not overextending.
Perhaps expecting it, perhaps prepared. Right now, though, are these B players going to be prepared? The Owl drone coming through, and oh, that's the mid lurker gone. Connor, a good shot onto that, and with mid wide open, they have to be worried about some kind of wrap. They have to be worried about every single angle of attack here, and the question is, what angle do the Bionics hope to take? Protractors out, and they go for simple and sweet, sprinting on up into A with 30 seconds to do it. Tadros leading the charge. The IGL with an instant headshot. Onslaught up close, and they can only get one before Tadros trades them out as well. That Sheriff is making a masterful work of these Euros players, and only 2 of them are left up to this free take. But with 4 here stuck in the site, it ain't gonna be easy. Sunny up close. Oh, that recon bolt's gonna detect him. And now it's all on to Sunny, and that's all she wrote. Tadros with a great 3K in that round. The double entry, winning it out up against superior weapons, but it doesn't matter what weapon your opponent has when you one-tap them like that.
Yeah, and Happy to close it. I mean, Connor to close it out with the mid lurk, getting 6 on the board and cutting that deficit in half so far. They're rolling.
I'll take everything.
Relegating the Euros to an eco, and I mean, they should be able to close this 7-9 here.
Should be able to. Should being the key word, though.
That's why you play the rounds, even on paper. You know, nothing goes perfect. Happy's got a very aggressive push already. Connor again with this like entry, the opener at least, not the entry.
Yeah,
They're going towards B.
I like how both of these chambers are just sort of finding impact, not just by dry peeking into stuff, but by playing it smart, holding the proper angles, getting the proper frags. Maz gets a frag back, but that should be the one in the round that they allow to go through. As the rest of these Euros players not in a real great spot, but that's a real great shot. A gun picked up for Happy. They could even consider saving this one, though this round was sort of a partial sort of a save.
Here.
So they just want to go for damage. Maybe get some points towards that tour de force. Oh, but Zaps, that's a good tap from long range. A good headshot onto Happy. A good close. Things get ever closer here.
Deficit now 2, and this is going to be the Euros, like, real good chance to stop the momentum. If they drop this, you're looking at a tie ball game, and I mean, momentum so in their Bionics back pocket, anything could happen.
Anything can happen, but right here, I think an A exec will happen. As they group up close, there's going to be 2 players waiting here on the site. Still a little bit of mid control being spotted out. But nobody there on the side of the Bionics. Instead, it's just util rating. A. Question is, when will the rotates come on over? A good shock dart, good damage to tag down Sunny. And now it's just a question of when they hit that go button.
Looks like Connor's at least considering hitting the back button. He's making his way out towards mid.
Control Z to undo this one.
He wants to kind of poke and prod and see if he can get some space elsewhere.
I like clearing the flank, but I also like sort of this recognition of the Euros. And they're just saying, okay, you've earned your respect here.
30 seconds
Oh,
left.
good entry from Connor there as now they've run up, just sprinting in the wall, put down Rain Cloud, disregard for their own life, just wants to get that spike down. Such a team player, and they can even sprint and jump back. Tadros from up above has another pick. It's a 3v5, another really, really rough spot for the Euros to be in. As now, yeah, that's all she wrote. Zaps and Tadros together, cleaning that one up, and I just want to say shout-outs to Rain Cloud. They might not have the most frags, but selfless play there to just get that spike down, full trusting their teammates to cover them.
Yeah, put his life on the line, just running through the spray, gets it down, and then I think it was a 5-on-2, maybe probably 5-on-3, and Tadros investing that Viper's Pit. Teammates might yell at you not to do that, but if you want to lock in a round, like, that's definitely the time to do it.
Yeah, and they kept it clean too. They keep their eco clean, so even if they lose 1, possibly even 2, they'll continue to have buys. A little bit of a miss throw from Tadros there, but they pick that smoke back up, toss it into mid, looking for mid control, and Maz up close and aggressive finds an opening. This could be the opening that propels the Euros to their first round, that keeps the Bionics away from tying it up, because now Happy's tour de force as well, making it in the kill feed. And it just has to be a B commit here. They've got the wall that they can pop up. There it is. That spike can go down. Rain Cloud can continue to fulfill their job of just plant, plant, and plant. But right now, they're just focused on the fragging. One great kill there. And now they tuck tail and run. They just want to reposition. Onslaught's gotten close. Oh, but they just have a Marshall. This is such a rough spot to be in, and as they go down, Rain Cloud can even get the res. Suddenly, a 3v5 turns into a 4v3 on the tip of a hat. Oh.
And 2 players on the Euros are low. This looks good for the Bionics, even though it's kind of dicey.
Oh, it's a little bit scary, though, that all 3 players have rotated in towards exactly where this hit is coming through. And Maz still up and able to frag. Not after that, though. A shot in the head from Jex. And Happy up close. Okay, that's 1, but suppressed. The tour de force is out of there, and the classic comes through. Happy, there's no way you make this clutch with just a classic. No way in heck. Jex straight in the side. 18 frags for him, now leading the team, but everybody contributing as they've now brought it back, tied at 9-9, flawless in the second half.
Yeah, Jex, the super sub, he's been having himself one hell of a night. You know, popping off when it matters most, leading the way on the team in all key departments: deaths, kills, and assists. Yeah, like you mentioned, tie game, momentum fully in favor of the Bionics. So this timeout might be too little, too late.
All right. I think they just need to take a breather here. They need to realize, yes, there's a streak, but you take every round in isolation. You don't think, oh man, we were in such a good spot before. You consider where you are now, and you say, okay, it's a tie game. Everything's on the line. But when you have star players like Happy and Maz, you've got to put them in those spots to frag. You've got to be able to rely on them. Because right now, Bionics, they're just sort of coming to life, and they're shutting down the stars of the Euros.
Yeah, they've definitely come alive, making their way back in.
The knife not going to find anyone. No aggressive push up close. As they're just looking to explode out here towards B main. A full-on group push. Completely ignoring mid as they sprint up forwards, and Onslaught sees many of them on the Owl drone. Oh, there, Maz's location revealed, just stuck all the way here back behind yellow, but still Aaron and ready to go, ready to fight on this one. And all the rotates have come in to just lock these players in for the Bionics. They're completely stuck, and they've got to fight out of the corner. Like a caged animal, they continue to frag on forward, but Maz continues to frag in response. A 2 versus 2 ensues. They know exactly where one of these players is. Back in the B site, Zaps can scoop up the spike, and they could really go anywhere. They could even just reset on this round. So many choices. They opt to go. Oh, the ult, and a great updraft out of Teats just to play their own life. And
Yeah,
now
no
with 30
smokes.
seconds, the options are kind of limited.
Yeah, no Viper Wall, and the op is trained on their position. It's going to be really tough.
Oh, tap on the spike, but can't get the trade. There's a player up above as well. No way Zaps is ready for this one. They have the first one, and oh, I think they spotted him in the corner. They spotted him in the corner, and now as they run wide, Teats still has the spray. Good control there, keeps their calm, and Teats wins out that fight. Such a close one. Zaps almost had it. But the
I think,
Euros,
unfortunately,
yeah, right
unfortunately,
after
Zaps
tie
ran out
up,
of
they
ammo.
get it back.
Yeah, Heroic making their way back into this game. The door was closing quickly, and they stuck their foot in at the last second.
Okay,
Need a drop.
but we saw this happen on the last map, and Bionics closed it out on attack.
Both teams' defenses have been incredibly weak.
You want to play? Let's play.
Still anyone's game.
Still really is. Oh, and right now it's Happy's game, Happy's world, as they hit that shot with the op. Hunter's Fury coming out, but not going to find anyone. Oh, so much mid presence here. I love it from the Euros just to deny all this mid control, get all of these picks, and put the Bionics in a real rough spot. A good frag, but if they want to break into A, they still have to deal with Happy. Jack's up close. Here's Onslaught on the run and catches him on the run out. Good tap straight to the head. Jack's still looking for more, but Maz shuts him down, and now Zaps is into a 1 versus 3. Position revealed. And Shock Dart's dropped into a spot that no one's at.
Standing ahead.
Oh, Maz spotted on the drop down. A player back behind that box and wallbang straight through it. A reload, but they do not realize that Maz is positioned up close. And the Heroic Euros, they string two together. They're starting to win right when it counts. But luckily, the Bionics still have Eco.
Yeah, they're going to need to bring this one back. Game's now kind of starting to slip away. The Euros are finally making their way back into this. They're starting to harden up on defense.
Breathe deep.
Happy.
Caught it.
Oh. I like that Happy just keeps picking new angles. This time, them and Maz are going to go. They're gonna get face, and this is exactly you want if you're a fan of the heroic Gyros. 2 hero players getting 2 opening picks apiece. And it leaves it on to Tadros to try to go for a hero play of their own.
Going up.
Walking all the way up and around. A little bit of a timing and a player caught in the side. Boom. Instant headshot down, but Teets is still up above and past them. Timing on top of timing. This round gets a little bit scary as they jump off the top rope and suplex him out of here.
Yeah, got a little dangerous. Tadros was able to get 2 there on the lurk. He's not able to help out too much.
Not too much help able to be provided, and a wall able to be put down. The spike can be planted.
1 enemy remains.
As the spike goes down, it's all in the clutch, and now it's all on Raincloud and Happy. They ain't gonna allow him to live. Happy and Maz together. Just so much work that they've put in to make this game theirs. 25 plus frags for each of them. 25 and 27.
Let's end this.
Let's end this. That, I think, is how they're feeling. They've just got one more round to close it out, and it's all about not choking up against the weak buy that the Bionics are bringing through.
Looks like we've got a tech pause coming in at the 11th hour. Someone must have DC'd or something. If we get back into it real quick here.
Yeah, maybe somebody just like unplugged something. Had to plug it back in real quick. Those kind of things will happen in a high pressure situation like that. Gotta make sure everything's set up.
Still trying to recover the game. But yeah, like you're saying, Happy and Maz, the 2 superstar players for the Euros, coming in full force on map 3. They want that finals.
Oh, they want it for sure. And Teets wants the opening, but it overextends just a little bit. Tadros shuts him down, punishes him for that pick. And really, it's just been a battle of these opening picks. When Maz and Happy are the ones to take those fights, then they can swing things for the Euros. But on the other hand, when the Bionics get that opening, it gives them a lot of space to work with, a lot of area to just sort of try to pull these rotates around. Right now, they're just waiting for another Euros member to overstep their bounds.
The Euros aren't going to give it to them. They're sitting pat right now.
Yeah.
Taking the space they have.
But I don't think anyone's going to walk into that.
Welcome to my world.
Viper's Pin invested. Zaps takes down Sunny.
Oh, and the Viper's Pit is actually drawing the rotations too. I like this as a fake play. It's a lot committed just for a fake,
30 seconds
but it
left.
means that you're really going to sell it, as now the spike can go down on A. Yes, the rotates are coming back, but it is too late now that they've realized it.
They realized it a little sooner than I thought they would, so they're going to be positioned too late, but they're going to be there sooner than maybe the Bionics expect.
That's true. And even just unexpected positioning, a couple of multi-kills, they could get back into this one, but Tadros wants to lock them out. He's still alive, means anything's possible. Crazy flicks attempted on the op, but a crazy flank here from Tadros. Are they able to get the second? No! Sprays above and gives Onslaught a haircut as Onslaught gives him a headectomy.
Wait, hold on now.
Just sticking. They're holding onto the spike. They've gotten it. Oh, but Raincloud's gotten the frag. Great work as it leaves Happy last alive, and Happy probably just wants to survive, but ain't no way. They're letting you out of here. Raincloud shuts them down in the Bionics. They win one back. They've still got hopes of OT remaining.
Yeah, they've sent Gyros into a tailspin economy-wise. They're going to be up against an eco here, and they should be able to win it, and then we're looking at overtime. A good likelihood.
Oh, this is exciting for sure. It looked like it was over for the Euros, and then it looked like the Bionics were just going to make a clean sweep, and then it looked like the Euros were sweeping them back as soon as the score's tied up, and now OT is oh so possible. Another heavy B lean early on, and it's just Maz up here who's spotting for info, a stinger in hand, but I doubt there's even enough ammo in that thing to even try to fight so many players at once, but at least they get some info, they get some rotates, but Tadros is doing great to lock down that flank. Happy. That's one of the stars, one of the heroes for the heroic heroes, not out of here. And they just accelerate into B. Sprinting up into the site, Maz. This is a little bit of a long angle. The stinger's going to be awkward. Onslaught completely smoked off up in front. Now Maz is up close. This gets a little bit scary. That's one frag. That's a dismiss for them to just keep their life. And this is a 3v4 that they're going to give their all to. Post plant that should, I say should be held onto by the Bionics. But everything up in for contention in this one is Connor, Jax, all of them are getting their frags, and Maz, not much you can do there. We're going the full 24. We're possibly going to OT. It all depends here on this one. Round tie up for both teams. Will the Bionics bring us the distance and more, or will the Euros finally be able to close it out here on map 3?
Yeah, hoping third time's the charm for the Heroes. The final opportunity before overtime, and they're gonna have an op and a Odin. That's a potent combination, and the Odin definitely will be a surprise. I think it's the first time in the entire series we're gonna be seeing it.
Oh, Teets, that's a great opening on the op. I was saying before these opening kills, and when you find one like that, it means that you're going to need a massive hero play from someone on the Bionics to get them back into it, because they're in such a big disadvantage losing that first frag. Viper's Pit dropped on A. The Odin sitting inside of it, that is not something you want to challenge, so instead they reset and just push back. A good res. That negates the opening pick.
Yeah, and it brings the smokes back into the play here, or into play here.
That's crucial. As now they're going to walk up towards A. They're going to challenge to where this Viper's Pit is. Very interesting play for them to make. Perhaps they know something that we don't. Perhaps they have some util they can go ahead and throw into it. It's the Owl drone right now. Going to go ahead and duck in and look for him. But yeah, they're not going to spot him up above. The nade, the dart, everything. But no one sees it. They're spamming it all. And yet not going to find the frag, and now, because they've committed so much to do this, there's 30 seconds and they have to go. Happy has been revealed, suppressed by that knife, but things get a little bit nervous now. And oh,
here comes the commit.
Tadros gets him. They just have to go. Oh, but Happy with a good shot up above. Happy, Teets, all of them fighting into it, and Happy with a spray down. That should be all she wrote. Heroic Euros book their ticket to the semifinals. A well-fought battle, but in round 24 of map 3, they bring it here. They're going to be facing off against twice in those grand finals. That was a beautiful semi if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, both teams brought their A game tonight, and you thought the impact or X factor of the returning Tadros might help out in the semifinals, and it really did. They made a very good effort of it, but Omnipotent Sandwich is able to lock it in, and they secure 4 of 4 finals berths. We'll see if they're able to get a third of 4 championships.
We'll have to see. I'm sure they're happy about that one, about such a scrappy game eventually going their way. I've got to say, if I could pick any kind of semi to go through, I'd want one that was close. One to get your team battle hardened. One, as you've said, that already has so much experience and now gets to jump on into these grand finals and give it their all to get another trophy.
Yeah, they're going to be up against it, but it should be an exciting series. Best of 5. You love those, don't you?
Gotta love it. Gotta say, though, even just after a best of 3, I'm worried my voice might start to give out. So I think I gotta go get some herbal tea, some juice, something to revitalize myself. And I think all these players also deserve a break after the hard work they've put in.
It's kind of late. Maybe some sleep on top of that herbal tea won't be too bad.
Exactly. Well, I think it's time for everybody to get some sleep. Remember to get your rest, everybody watching, and thank you all for watching. My name is Fuffy. I've been joined here by Nade, Firehawk on the observing, and Univeth, the one running the production. And well, that's all from us, so have a good night.